Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Hey guys, Laugh It Up Fuzzball 70 here, hope you're all well. Today we're going to look at a couple of comic packs from 2006 that I've recently managed to pick up. Absolutely loving the retro feel of them, I suppose, really. All the thousands of colours on the back, with the comic obviously adding and enhancing to the actual packs themselves, and indeed the interpretation of the colours on the figures. But before we go on with that, just a couple of quick mentions. A couple of guys' channels here which I think are worth checking out. Namely, a good friend of mine, that's Jan. It's Hordak84. Lots of you will be familiar with Hordak84 already, but definitely worth checking his channel out. Very, very passionate about these Star Wars figures and definitely about G.I. Joe. So go check out his channel. Details down below. And a fellow Finnish guy, so these guys are both from Finland, and that is Carnor636. So once again, well worth checking his channel out as well on all things Star Wars. Right, onto the packs themselves. Okay, a close-up look of pack 1, which features Darth Vader and the Rebel Officer. The first thing you're going to notice is the colours of the figures themselves. They're heavily influenced by the comic behind it. Back in the day, certainly when I was a child buying Star Wars comics, the illustrators or the artists had a pretty free license when it comes to the colouring. So Hasbro have tried to replicate this within the figures themselves. So on the left we see Darth Vader. He's got lots of blues and maybe some slight purple on him. And on the right, the Rebel Officer is wearing some rather fitting orange and green on his helmet, etc. The figures are certainly much older than when the packs were released. The Darth Vader himself is 1999 Power of the Force 2, whereas the Rebel Officer, which in effect is actually Captain Antilles, he is 2001 Power of the Jedi. In between the two figures you have the interrogation droid, and if I give you a quick show on the back, you'll see the other ones which are available to correct in the range. I will also show you the Han Solo and Chewbacca in a moment, but you'll get the idea. I really like the artwork on the side. You can see there the Darth Vader, and then on this side the Rebel Officer. Very, very cool. Right, on to the next pack. Okay, this is the other pack I managed to pick up, and this is the Chewbacca and Han Solo in Stormtrooper disguise. As with the Darth Vader and the Rebel Officer pack, you'll see the comic is actually placed behind the cards. They have great illustrations on the front. It's hard to make out on this one, but if I just sort of scan up, you'll see that it's Chewbacca and Luke Skywalker blasting their way to freedom and victory. Right, onto the figures themselves for this pack. You have Chewie. He's a repaint of the 2000 Power of the Jedi Chewbacca. 8 points of articulation. Not a particularly good figure. Very lanky, as you can see from his legs. On the right hand side you've got a bit of a kit bashed Han Solo, so he's sort of put together from several figures. His helmet does go onto his head, but once again you'll see the artistic influence in that it's a white Stormtrooper's outfit, but obviously the hints of blue, light blue on him. He's 14 points of articulation, and blaster rifle, his accessory included in the helmet itself. On the side of the packs, again you'll see the artwork for Chewbacca, and on the other side for Han. On the back of the pack you'll see the other pack that I'm looking for, namely the Stormtrooper and Grand Moff Tarkin. Right, so in summary, that is comic packs from 2006, namely Darth Vader and Rebel Officer, and Chewbacca and Han Solo and Stormtrooper disguise on your right hand side. As always, your thoughts, feedback and comment are very, very much welcomed. Look forward to catching up with you all soon. Cheers now, Fuzz.